Do you know when the NBA championship was created and why? This grand tournament, which we now know as the NBA Championship, was born in 1947. It was a time when the sport of basketball was burgeoning and the need to crown a definitive champion was becoming increasingly apparent. The National Basketball Association, or NBA, stepped up to the plate, creating a championship that would determine the league's best team. And what was the original name of this grand tournament, you ask? It was simply known as the NBA Finals. This name encapsulated the essence of the tournament, the final showdown between the best teams battling for supremacy on the court. From its humble beginnings, the NBA Championship has grown into a global spectacle, celebrated and watched by millions around the world. So with its inception in 1947, the NBA Championship has been the pinnacle of professional basketball. Ever wondered which team has won the most NBA championships? Well, let's dive right into it. The honor of being the most decorated team in NBA history goes to the Boston Celtics. With a staggering 17 championship titles, the Celtics have etched their name in basketball history. Their dominance began in the late 50s, under the leadership of Red Auerbach and the unparalleled skills of Bill Russell. The Celtics had an impressive run, winning 8 consecutive championships from 1959 to 1966, which still remains an unmatched record. Yet, hot on the Celtics' heels are the Los Angeles Lakers. They've also clinched 17 championships, sharing the top spot with Boston. The Lakers' success spans several decades, from the Showtime era in the 80s, with stars like Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, to the early millennium's dynamic duo of Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant, and more recently, the LeBron James era. But let's not forget about the Chicago Bulls and Golden State Warriors. They've each bagged 6 championships. The Bulls' victories were all in the 90s, thanks to the electrifying partnership of Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen under the strategic guidance of coach Phil Jackson. On the other hand, the Warriors' success is more recent, with their victories anchored by the incredible Splash Brothers, Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, and the versatile forward, Kevin Durant. The San Antonio Spurs also deserve a mention with their 5 championships. Their success was largely due to the big 3 of Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker, who played under the brilliant coaching of Greg Popovich. These teams have set a high bar in the NBA, with an impressive number of championships under their belts. They have not only gifted us with unforgettable moments of basketball brilliance, but also set the standard for what it means to be a champion. Their relentless pursuit of excellence, teamwork, and unyielding spirit is a testament to the true essence of the NBA championship. But did you know that there are some famous players who have never won an NBA championship? Yes, it's hard to believe, but some of the most talented players in the history of basketball have missed out on the ultimate glory. Let's start with Charles Barkley. Known as the round mound of rebound, Barkley was a power forward with an unparalleled ability to rebound and score. Despite his stellar career that included an MVP award and 11 All-Star appearances, Barkley never managed to clinch a championship. The closest he got was in 1993, when his Phoenix Suns fell to the Chicago Bulls in the finals. Then there's Karl Malone. A 2-time MVP, Malone, also known as the Mailman, was one of the most prolific scorers in NBA history. He and John Stockton formed one of the greatest duos in the sport, leading the Utah Jazz to the NBA Finals twice. But they ran into the buzzsaw that was Michael Jordan's Bulls both times, leaving Malone without a championship ring. And who can forget Allen Iverson? The diminutive guard standing at just 6 feet tall was a scoring machine. He was known for his quickness, agility, and scoring prowess. Iverson carried the Philadelphia 76ers to the NBA Finals in 2001. But his heroic efforts weren't enough to overcome the dominant Los Angeles Lakers, and Iverson too ended his career without a championship. These players, and others like them, have had illustrious careers filled with personal accolades and memorable moments. Yet, the elusive NBA championship ring remained out of their grasp. Whether due to timing, the strength of the competition, or simply bad luck, these greats never got to hoist the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Despite their lack of a championship ring, these players have left an indelible mark on the sport. They've inspired countless others with their skill, tenacity, and love for the game. Their stories serve as a reminder that, while championships are important, they aren't the only measure of greatness. And what about the teams that have never tasted championship glory? Let's turn our attention to the NBA franchises who've fought valiantly but have yet to claim the ultimate prize. Two such franchises are the Phoenix Suns and the Utah Jazz. The Phoenix Suns have a history that stretches back to the late 60s. Despite their longevity in the league, the Suns have never clinched a championship. They've had their brushes with greatness, having made it to the NBA Finals in 1976 and again in 1993. Unfortunately, they fell short in both instances. In the latter year, they were defeated by the Chicago Bulls, led by none other than basketball legend Michael Jordan. Similarly, the Utah Jazz, a franchise that has been around since the 70s, has also never won an NBA championship. They've reached the NBA Finals twice, first in 1997 and then again in 1998. Both times, they met the same fate as the Suns did in 1993, falling to the Chicago Bulls. The formidable duo of Karl Malone and John Stockton couldn't overcome the Bulls' prowess. Now, what factors held these teams back? For the Suns and Jazz, it was a combination of facing dominant opponents and perhaps a bit of bad luck. However, it's important to remember that success in the NBA isn't solely about championships. These franchises have had their share of memorable moments, thrilling victories, and standout players. They've contributed significantly to the rich tapestry of NBA history. Moreover, the pursuit of that elusive championship continues. Every new season brings fresh hope and renewed determination. The Suns and Jazz, like all other teams yet to win a championship, are still in the game, still fighting, still dreaming. These franchises may not have secured a championship yet, but their pursuit continues. After all, in the world of basketball, the journey is just as important as the destination. Do you know who holds the record for the most NBA championship rings as a player? That honor goes to the legendary Bill Russell. His impact on the game of basketball stretches far beyond his staggering number of rings. Russell, an integral part of the Boston Celtics, was known for his defensive prowess and unmatched leadership abilities. He led his team to an astounding 11 championships during his 13-year career from 1956 to 1969. With his exceptional versatility and strategic intelligence, Russell was an unstoppable force on the court. His contribution to the Celtics and the NBA as a whole is immeasurable, and his legacy continues to inspire players and fans alike. Russell's record of 11 championship rings is a testament to his dedication, skill, and love for the game. With an amazing 11 championship rings, Bill Russell stands atop the NBA as the player with the most championship victories.